Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, Pajama Grandma, dressed as a mouse today in my Mickey Mouse robe and my Mickey Mouse ears hairstyle. Learned this hairstyle from my daughter, which is just always kind of fun. Today, do you play cat and mouse? Do you even know that you play cat and mouse? What does it mean to be playing cat and mouse? Well, it means that you toy with or tease your customers or your clients, letting them think that they're off the hook, or they're giving them this false sense of security, and then pouncing on them and catching them. You know, if you've ever seen cats play with mice, it's actually totally ridiculous and frightening. I had never experienced it, but right now I happen to have inherited 2 cats and live out in the country, so every once in a while the cats will catch a mouse and toy with it. And the one time I saw it, of course, I interfered. I rescued the mouse in a bucket and I threw it outside because it was horrifying. They don't just eat the mouse, they act like they're playing a game with it, and then they eventually, when they get tired of playing with it, they pounce on it and they kill it, and usually leave it in strange places where I will find it. It's only happened a couple of times where I found a mouse and I never knew that they toyed with it like that, but it was, to me, it was sort of horrifying. So do you do this in your business and with your customers? Do you unwittingly do this with your business and your customers? Because I will contend that it is a losing scenario. It is a situation where you are never going to win, because business, just like relationships, is all about building trust and creating good relationships where we have win-win. Everybody wins in the relationship. Everybody benefits by the relationship. If you're playing cat and mouse, you're setting yourself up and your customers probably to lose in some way, shape, or form. And it might not just be your customers. It might be your employees. If you're taking advantage of your employees by playing a cat and mouse game with them, lulling them into thinking that they have this great, stable job and position, and then all of a sudden pulling the rug out from under them and firing them or letting them go or laying them off, that is an example of a game of cat and mouse. I've seen that a lot in corporate America. I've seen that a lot in big businesses. I've seen that a lot in small businesses, being competitive and over-promising and under-delivering, telling customers in their marketing and in their messaging and in what they actually tell people. I've seen that in a lot of different industries where they actually lie to people to get people to do what they want, to manipulate them, and then, they've lied, so they don't deliver. They pull the rug out from under people. So if you're over-promising and under-delivering, if you're not meeting your commitments, if you're not being 100% honest with your customers and other people in your relationships, that's an example of playing cat and mouse. And it's a game where the cat wins short-term, but it doesn't mean that you have a great life or that you have a great business or a long-term business. Short-term, you can be a jerk and win, and people will watch and say, oh my gosh, that person's such an a-hole, yet I see them making money hand over fist. And they don't see the whole big picture of that person's life. But I will contend that if you play cat and mouse with anyone in any relationship in your life, it will come back to bite you in the butt. And if that's what you want, if you don't care about other people, if you don't care about relationships, go ahead. Go for that short-term win. Be dishonest. Don't treat people right, and see how long your business lasts. I contend that it won't last long. You're definitely not going to build a legacy, and you're not going to build the kind of organization that I help people to build and create. Again, this is one of those idioms that I really don't like, but since I picked it, I thought I would share and I would talk about it, because we don't always talk about things that we like. We don't always talk about things that make us feel good. Hurting other people in any way, shape, or form, it does not make me feel good. Might not bother you, but it doesn't make me feel good. So ask yourself, do I play cat and mouse in any form in my business? And if you do, rethink that. And if you're consciously doing it and you're okay with that, more power to you. If you're not, and it's something that you can change and make better with respect to your employees or your customers or your personal relationships, I invite you to go ahead and do that, because we are on a journey of continuous improvement, always being better at everything we do, not just at our businesses. All right, I will catch you tomorrow with a not so ucky feeling idiom.